Legumes. Meaning of organic gardening of legumes. Learners, what are legumes? They are the seeds that are contained in pods. The organic gardening of legumes is the growing of legumes crops without the use of agrochemicals. So agrochemicals include the fertilizer, pesticide, and herbicides. The organic gardening, we do not use the fertilizer, pesticides, and the herbicides. Pesticides are chemical used to control crops pest. The herbicides are chemical used to control the weeds. So examples of examples of legumes have beans, peas, groundnut, French beans, cowpeas, green gram, black beans, and so on. Those are some of the examples. Thank you. Let's look at examples of legumes. Here we have beans, groundnuts, peas, French beans, green gram, cowpeas, establishing legumes crops on the ground seed bed. Prepare your seed bed by clearing the weeds and bushes in sites of your choice. Dig the garden 2 or 3 times until the soil becomes fine. Mix the soil with the organic manure or farmyard manure. Sow your legume seeds as described below. Make small furrows or holes in the soil and place the legume seeds for your choice. Space the furrows or holes to allow for legume to grow well. Lightly cover legumes seeds with the soil. Then water the planted legume seeds regularly until they germinate. Establish legumes crops on the containers. Prepare the container for the use as an innovative garden. Mix soil with organic manure. Fill the soil with the mixed with manure into your containers. Then sow legumes or plant the legume seeds for your choice in each of the containers. Okay, lightly cover the soil, the seeds using fine soil. Then water your container gardens until the seeds germinate. Legume crops grow well in direct sunlight. Choose a legume crops that is suitable for climate of your area and do not share your seeds. Finding, storing, sharing information on organic gardening of legumes. We can take photo for organic gardening of legume using a camera, tablet, and smartphone. We can also search for information on organic gardening legumes from the internet. This can be done using the digital device connected to the source of internet. Learner, such devices include tablets, smartphone, laptop, and computers. We can store photos in physical albums, computer, laptop, tablets, and smartphones. We can also use external memory devices such as memory card, flash card, DVD, hard disk to store the information on the organic gardening of legumes. These are examples of the devices: laptop, DVD, computer, smartphone, memory card, flash disk, camera, tablet, hard disk, and so on. Taking care of the growing legume crops. Organic gardening practices include organic gardening practices. Cultural method. You can use the cultural method. The following are some of the practices where the farmers can use as preventive measures for pest control. Use of plants varieties which are well adapted to their environments. This allows the crops to grow healthy and strong against the invasion of a certain pests and diseases. Use of clean plants material which are free from the pests and diseases. Practice of proper sanitation measures. This is done by eliminating the residues of the infected plants after harvesting. Use of yellow sticker tapes. This helps to control the white flies, aphids, and other flies. But use this sprayingly, since the yellow color attracts the many other beneficial insects such as bees and butterflies. Use of water trap. Place in an open container with the depth of at least 6 centimeters and surface areas of around 250 to 500 centimeters square. Add a few drop of the detergent to the water. This helps to control the thrips. Natural pesticide. These are the number of natural pesticides which can be used to control wide range of the common pests such as white flies, bollworms, caterpillars, and aphids. These include neem solution, chili pepper solution, garlic solution, plant ash, among other practices. Disease control measures. These include use of milk is used for controlling against the blights, mildew, mosaic virus, and other fungal viral diseases. Baking soda solution help to control the mildew and rust disease on plants. However, do not use the solution during hot weather. Always test the mix of on a few leaves. Watering. Watering used water your legumes crops regularly to take care to keep the soil moist. Sown or plants the required seeds require water for germination. Water crops is important. So crops will eventually die if they lack moisture. If there is not enough water, they will dry and they will die. It is important that you regularly supply enough water to your legume crops. If not supplied with enough water, the legume crops will grow poorly. They will not produce a good harvest. You can use the following farm tools for watering. You have hose pipe, a perforated bottle, and drip irrigation and drip pipe. Gapping. Learners, what is gapping? Gapping is replacement of the seeds that did not germinate, as well as seedlings that have dried up. Carry out the gapping by planting new seeds in the holes where the seedlings are missing in your legume crops. So plant seeds again where the plants were missing is called gapping. So gapping should be done soon as after germination. Gapping help to replace the plants that did not germinate or get damaged. So gapping help to restore the desired plants population. Thinning. What is thinning? Thinning is removal of excess seedling from seedbed. It is done to ensure the correct plants population, reduce the competition for nutrients and space where the plants are overcrowded. They compete for nutrients. This leads to poor growth. So thinning helps to the remaining plants to grow well. We should carry out thinning soon after germination. Mulching. What is mulching? Mulching is the process of water conservation by spreading dry leaves, dry grass, wood chipping or plant on the ground surface where the crops are planted. Mulching reduces loss of water from the soil. The dry leaves are called mulch, where they are used to conserve water and soil moisture. Mulching prevents direct sunlight to the soil surface, which lower the rate of evaporation. So mulch around the legume crops to suppress the weeds and conserve the soil moisture. This is the mulching. Removing the weeds from the legume crops garden. Weeding is removing unwanted plants. It is important to check for the presence of weeds regularly. Weeds compete for nutrients and space with the growing legume crops. Weeds also harbor pests that destroy the crops. Remove the weeds as soon as they appear. There are also various methods of weeds control. Include digging them out, uprooting them, or mulch. Removal or uprooting the deceased plant. Legume crops are affected by the various pests and disease. We should remove the deceased plant to prevent the spread of the disease. The healthy legume plants. Removing the pest and disease. Controlling the pest without using the chemical. Such pest control practices include hand-picking the pests once you spot them, as well as use the beneficial insect. Some beneficial insects such as ladybird, beetle, and so on. These are some of the examples. Now, using appropriate tools and equipment in growing legume crops. You have gloves, watering can, wheelbarrow, sprayers, shovel, djembe, gumboot, and so on. Then hand fork, a rake, slasher, panga or machete, spade, cultivator, hand trowel. Use of shovel, use of slasher to clear the grass and other weeds in the sites you want to plant legume. Use of djembe to dig the piece of land. Use of fork djembe to break down the lumps of the soil into the fine soil. Use of rake to collect the grasses, other plant material, and small stones from the seedbed. Use of watering can to water the legume crops during the dry season. Always use the gloves, gumboots, protective jacket wear working in your garden. Use tools and equipment correctly and carefully for the right activity. Appropriate stage for harvesting. The most legume crops will be ready for harvesting between 50 and 90 days after planting. So the duration depends on the choice of the legume crops you have established. Then after about 2 months, you should be keen to identify the pods that have green seeds ready for harvesting. You can be able to tell the changing of colors from the dark to green and so on, light and so on. So these are examples. The ready for harvesting, a right stage for harvesting, and not yet to harvest. Can see this piece groundnut, green gram, cowpeas, black beans, French beans. Harvesting legume crops. It is important to appropriate harvest legume crops. This helps to reduce the waste of the product. The following are some of the ways of harvesting legume. The dry beans harvested fruiting by fruiting. Green peas, pick the ready for grown pods for the market. Then dry peas, then leave until the pods are dry. The groundnut, loosen the ground soil and pour out the plants. Important. Lana, why do you think it is important to grow the organically grown legumes? Growing legumes crops organically without using the chemical protect the soil, it reduces the pollution of the soil and the water by using the agrochemicals. Legume crops grown organically are safe for human consumption than legume crops grown by using agrochemicals. So long-term effect of the agrochemicals in our body might not be well known, but eating organically grown food crops is known to have no effect in our health. Lana, we've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you.